What's going on? Hey, week of 4/13/2020. Here we are. Lesson 1. What we're gonna do. So I know you guys got a lot of things on your plate, so I'm not gonna overwhelm you. I'm just gonna throw a couple things at you a week. Short assignments, short lessons. You guys get in, get out, get it done. One thing I will say is you gotta accomplish all of the tasks that I give you in order for you to get that pass. So I wanna make sure that you get all that stuff in. It's not gonna be a lot, but make sure you get it in. Number 1, if you don't have the Google Classroom code, it's 1OC9VM. So go ahead, get on there if you're not already on there, but I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you are on there because that's where I posted the link to the video. The second thing is, hey, the EQ, how can I find the solution to a system of equations using tables? How can you do that? I'm gonna show you, okay? It's right there, write it down on your notes. Make sure you're taking good notes. Second thing, Flipgrid. I guess it's the third thing, but the second thing on my list, Flipgrid. Make sure you get a Flipgrid account. I did give a link. There's gonna be videos, different things. This week, we got a video of how you're doing. Just a quick shout out. Second thing, Tootsie Slide Challenge. Go on to TikTok, check out the Tootsie Slide Challenge. There actually isn't a challenge, I'm just making a challenge. And what you're gonna do is, if you feel up to it, you're gonna make yourself a video, throw that on, save it on TikTok, load it onto Flipgrid. And we are going to talk, we're just doing some review. We've already done this, but I'm gonna go over it again. Okay, we are finding the solution to a system of equations using tables. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my first problem here. Okay, so I got number 1, let's go y equals 4x minus 3 and y equals negative 2x plus 15, okay? So remember, we're using tables on this. You might like different ways to do it, but we're just gonna use tables here. So right underneath it, okay, I'm just gonna throw up a little T-chart. We'll go x and y, x and y, all right? And what we're gonna do is I'm going to put just some different coordinates here for x and y. So I think the first one I'm gonna do is negative 2. Can't see that very well. Okay, that's negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Let's go negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Now, with these, all we got to do is find the first one, then we can just add or subtract whatever the slope is, and we'll be able to figure that out. But what we're trying to find is ordered pair. That's where the two lines are going to cross. Sorry about that. So here we go. First one, okay. I'm just going to go negative 2. So we'll go y equals 4 times negative 2 minus 3. We're just going to substitute that negative 2 in for x. Okay, we'll do the math. That's negative 8 minus 3. Y equals negative 11. So that's going to be negative 11 there. Okay, and the slope is positive 4. So from there, it's just going to go up 4 each time. So we'll be at negative 7, negative 3. Okay, and that's right because 4 times 0 is 0. Minus 3, there you go. Okay, 1 and 5. So there's our 5 coordinate points there. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing over there. If you don't know what I just did, I just solved for negative 2 there, and then I'm just going up 4 each time. And the reason I'm going up 4 each time is because that's our slope. Our slope is positive 4. So it's just telling us, hey, we're going up 4 each time. We're going up 4 on the y each time x goes up 1. Okay? So now we're going to go over here. We look at this. Y equals negative 2 times negative 2 plus 15. Okay? So if you look right here, negative 2 is your slope. X, we're going to plug negative 2 in for x. That's just substitution. We do the math. So that is positive 4 plus 15. That equals 19. So this is negative 2, 19. Now, we're going to go down 2 each time because that's the slope. So right here, we're going down 2 each time. So down 2, 17, 15, 13, 11. Okay, and then we're not quite there yet. So we just go here, 3, 9. And there you go. We got 3, 9, and 3, 9. So this is where those two lines cross. So 3, 9 is our solution. Now just to make sure, what we're going to do is we're going to plug 3, 9 into both problems and just make sure that that is correct. So step 1, if this isn't already in slope-intercept form, you have to put the two equations into slope-intercept form. 2, you make an input-output table. Then you solve and plug in what the y is for the input-output table, okay? And then once you find the coordinate points that cross, okay, that are the same, that's the solution, then you've got to make sure that it's right. So how you do that is you take 3, 9 and plug it in. So 9 is our y. So we go 9 equals -2. 3 is our x. Okay, positive 3. Positive 3 plus 15. Okay? Then over here, we're going to do the same thing. 9 equals 4 times 3 minus 3. Okay, 9 is our y. 3 is our x. So then we'll solve. Okay? 9 equals 12 minus 3. 9 equals 9. That's correct. So we know that that's correct. And over here, we got 9 equals -6 plus 15. That's 9 equals 9. That's correct. So we know that that's the solution. So we can go on from there. So there's example 1. And we'll go to the next one. All right, so here's number 2. What we're going to do is we're just going to go y equals -3x plus 1 and y equals -2x plus 2. Okay, same exact thing. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in -2 in for x, and then I know that I can just subtract 3 from there on out because that's the slope. So I've got y equals -3, and then I plug in -2, substitute it in for x, and I've got +6 plus 1, that's 7. Now I'm going to go down 3 each time, so that's 4, 1, -2, -5. Okay, on this side, I've got y equals -2 times -2 plus 2. That's 4 plus 2, excuse me, which equals 6. Now I'm going down 2 each time because that's the slope. 4, 2, 0, -2. So you can see -1, 4, -1, 4. There's your solution. So now all we have to do is just make sure that it is correct. So I've got 4 equals -3 times 1 plus 1. Okay, so that's 4 equals 3 plus 1. Negative times a negative equals a positive. 4 equals 4. That checks out. Okay, so what I did is I just plugged in our 4 for y and our -1 for x, and then I solved for it. Okay, on this side I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use this equation instead. If it is correct, then we know that that's the solution. Okay, so I've got 4 equals -2 times -1 plus 2. Right there. Do the math. 4 equals 2 plus 2. Because -2 times -1 is a +2. So that's 4 equals 4, which is correct. So we know that that's the solution. All right, number 3, we've got y equals x plus 2 and y equals 3x minus 6. We are going to try to solve for this and find the solution to this one. So first thing I got to do is I got to plug in -2 in for x. Okay? So y equals -2 plus 2, so that's 0, right? So then I'm just going to add 1 each time because that's our slope. So I just add 1 each time. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. Okay, next one. I'm going to plug in -2 for x. 3 times -2 is -6. That's -12. Okay, so I've got -12. Now we're going to go up 3 each time because our slope right here is 3. Okay, so I've got -9, -6, -3, 0. Okay, so I got to keep going, it looks like. So I've got 3, 3, 4, 6. So I've got 3, 5, 4, 6. And there it is, 4, 6. So sometimes you got to add more x coordinates and find the one that works on this option for solving systems, but that's how it goes. So 4, 6, 4, 6. So the last thing I have to do is I'm going to have to plug those numbers in, 4, 6, and 4, 6 to each equation, and just make sure, check the solution if it's right. You always want to check your work. So we've got 6 equals 3 times 4 minus 6. 6 equals 12 minus 6. 6 equals 6. That's correct. Okay? Check that work. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. Over here, I've got I've got 6 equals 4 plus 2. 6 equals 6. So that's all correct. So we know that that's the solution to that system of equations. So I've done 3 for you. I'm going to put 5 problems up on the Google Classroom. It'll be on Google Forms. You're going to go in there. You're going to solve it. If you have any questions, I'm going to be around 1:30 to 3. Okay, I will post on the Google Classroom the Google Meet that I'll be on. You can jump in there, ask me any questions you want to ask me, and we'll just go from there. But this is review. Next, we're going to start going through substitution, elimination, and that kind of stuff. This week, I think we're going to jump into substitution next. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. You can leave a comment in the Google Classroom. Hope you like the video. Please let me know. And remember, have a great day. I miss you, and go Boomers.